I will never get over just how amazing simple recipes using quality ingredients can be. Today I'll be sharing one of my favorite Spanish and Catalan dishes, pan con tomate. Pan con tomate literally translates to bread with tomato, and that's basically what it is. But do not be fooled because it is more than just bread with tomato. There's a reason why this dish has been around since the 1800s. This dish highlights fresh, juicy, summery tomatoes with a crusty, hearty bread that has been generously coated with olive oil and a garlic essence, topped with flaky Maldon salt. I've eaten this dish by itself, but it's also a really great vessel to have other nourishing foods. And as a dietitian, you know I love to enjoy foods from all over the world and add my own nutritional tweaks to make it even more balanced and satisfying for every day to reach my wellness goals and help me feel my best. Every amazing recipe starts with bread. I got my loaf from Whole Foods Bakery and I chose to do a ciabatta, but I've also used a baguette in the past and has worked very well, but I believe ciabatta is my favorite for this recipe. You're gonna cut it into these little rectangle pieces, coat them with olive oil in an air fry or toast them until your desired level of toastiness. For me, I air fried this at 390 degrees for about 4 minutes, but cooking time will really depend on your bread, how thick it is, and the type, so just keep an eye out. You're looking for a good golden brown. Next, get your best tomato. I wish I could use the juiciest, ripest tomatoes from Catalonia, Spain, but I'm here in New York and gotta get what I can get. So instead, I'm using beefsteak tomato because they are meatier than other tomatoes and offer a very balanced flavor. Heirloom tomatoes or Roma tomatoes would also work, but I would really avoid small tomatoes like cherry or grape tomatoes because they are just like too small to really grate, but you know. Who am I to tell you what not to do? You really can do whatever you want, but would I suggest that? No. Now, contrary to other bread and tomato dishes like bruschetta, where we are chopping the tomatoes, here we are rubbing or grating the tomato. Traditionally, I believe in Spain, they set out the bread, tomatoes, olive oil, and the other ingredients, and every individual will just directly rub the tomato onto their own bread and enjoy it like that. But for the sake of my own style today, I'm just gonna be grating it, which is a really handy tool and style, and it's great for serving or hosting. It's a workout and can get messy, but after a bit, you'll be left with just the tomato skin, where you can add that to a pasta or maybe a breakfast omelet. You really want the juicy flesh here. Here, I'm also prepping my one garlic clove by just peeling it, and we're gonna take our finished toasted bread and rub the garlic clove on all of the pieces. Now, I'm Filipino, so you know I'm a garlic lover, and I always thought that this technique was overrated, and honestly I didn't think there was a point in this because I would rather just dice up the garlic and just add it in. But believe me, I have turned the other cheek. Doing this really does give a perfect amount of garlic essence and really elevates this dish. Again, the leftover garlic you can throw into a pasta, stir fry omelet, really anything, so you don't have to waste it. Then top your bread with the grated tomato. You can add on as much as you want. I like mine pretty thick. It's going to soak through the bread and create the perfect flavor and texture. Then top it with some flaky salt. Regular salt would be fine too, and remember, tomatoes love salt, so you can be a little extra with it. And that's really your pan con tomate. It's amazing on its own, but I also found some jamon at the store. Jamon is a Spanish slow-aged ham made from pork leg, and jamon is similar to prosciutto in that it is a cured pork, but its difference lies in the pig breed, the diets of those pigs, and the aging process, which all these factors affect the flavors and textures. So now I'm putting my dietitian apron on. I've been craving this, so I made it, but nutritionally, I need more protein and more fiber in this meal. So I'm adding cottage cheese for protein and blueberries for fiber and vitamins and minerals. This might be a crime to some or not make sense to some people, but this is balanced to me. And this is in a way that really works for me. I honor my cravings and my health, and that's just a win-win in my eyes.
This is seriously like one of my favorite things to eat ever. I dream about this. You just can't go wrong with a good quality bread, fresh tomatoes, delicious heart-healthy olive oil, and a sprinkle of flaky salt. And rubbing the garlic on the bread is such a good technique to get that hint of garlic flavor without the pungentness and those bites of garlic. And it just is like super smooth. And I know the bread sounds really crunchy, which it is, but the thing is, it's so airy. There's so many like air bubbles in it, so really when you bite down on it, it's not like it's like hurting your gums. So it's really perfect. Let's try the hamon by itself, actually. I know this isn't hamon iberico, which would make this so next level, but I saw this at the store and I was like, okay, it's some sort of hamon, so let's try it. And this is what my boyfriend's family does all the time. Oh yeah, you seriously just have to taste this to understand. It's one of my favorite foods ever. It's so simple, it's delicious. And since this isn't really necessarily high in protein, I just added some good old cottage cheese and blueberries for more protein, more fiber, micronutrients, and just overall helping me kind of stay full. Honestly, I really love the texture and the contrast between salty from the cottage cheese and the sweet tart with the blueberries.
Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this recipe. The pan con tomate recipe can be found on my website at theroastedveggie.com/recipes. Let me know if you've ever tried pan con tomate or if there's any other recipes you want to see from me. See you next time. Bye.